Madam Speaker, I listened to the budget presentation, I listened to the argument, Madam Speaker, and I know the state of the economy. Madam Speaker, I have no other choice, Madam Speaker, but to give my unwavering support and to commend the Prime Minister on an excellent budget presentation. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Peter.
Madam Speaker, much has been said here in this House on this budget, and I listened to the leader of the opposition all over the world, Madam Speaker, yet to address the fundamental issues confronting the people of Dominica. Yet to address the fundamental issues confronting the people of Dominica, Madam Speaker. He comes there with a bow tie. Then runs home and changes to a regular time, Madam Speaker. So it is for him entertainment, Madam Speaker. A show. But Madam Speaker, they spoke about loans, Madam Speaker. In 1999, Senator Thomas, listen to this. In 1999, Madam Speaker, the United Workers' Party went to Trinidad with Social Security money. The people of Dominica's money, Madam Speaker, went and brought it to Trinidad and borrowed $35 million US, which is 95 million EC dollars, Madam Speaker, at 14% interest. 14% interest, remember, was the South. And out of that $35 million US, or the bonds, these people's money, Madam Speaker, they came back home with only 28.8%, 28.8 million US, Madam Speaker. 6.2 million US stayed in the sinking fund in Trinidad. $6.2 million, Madam Speaker. The United Workers' Party, Madam Speaker, and listen to this, Madam Speaker. Listen to this. And they even went against the Constitution. Because the Constitution says that there shall be a consolidated fund. And all revenues of the state must go into that consolidated fund. And they came to Parliament, Madam Speaker, against the provisions of the Constitution. Against the provisions of the Constitution, Madam Speaker, and passed an act in Parliament. And to facilitate the repayment of bonds, an act of Parliament was passed. That is Act number 19 of 1999, Appropriation, Royal Merchant Bank and Finance Company Limited. The Act, Madam Speaker, created a sinking fund and a special fund. According to the Act, all taxes payable to the government by Domlec and all taxes and dividends payable to the government by Cable and Wireless were to be paid into a sinking fund in Trinidad and Tobago. The government of Dominica shares in Cable and Wireless were used as security for the bonds against the Constitution of Dominica, Madam Speaker. That went because we're paying for it now. We're still paying for it. And it is relevant. It is relevant today. The debt you're talking about, Madam Speaker, it is relevant today. It is relevant today because you're paying for it. Yes, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, because of that act in 1999 by the Workers' Party, the Caribbean Development Bank stopped giving Dominica money, loans or grants, Madam Speaker. They told Dominica that we shall not give you any money from the CDB unless you go to your parliament and repeal that act, Madam Speaker. So when you come here talking about good governance and responsibility and bring back Workers' Party in government, that is what you need to bring back in Dominica, that reckless way of managing the affairs of Dominica. That's what you come and talk about. It is a government, because no Minister of Finance can come to the Parliament to take a loan without the Cabinet approving it, Madam Speaker. The Minister of Finance must go to Cabinet to get approval. And he got approval from the Cabinet. I'm the Minister of Finance, my brother. I am the Minister of Finance, and that will not happen on my government, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Order. Order, please.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm happy we have live broadcast by video of this, Madam Speaker, because they come here and they talk all they want, Madam Speaker. They go on the radio programs and say what they want because they have control of the console, but they cannot face the truth. They cannot face the facts, Madam Speaker. They cannot face the truth, Madam Speaker. So the CDB told Dominica in 1999, you will get no money from this bank unless you go to your parliament and repeal this act. Repeal this act, Madam Speaker. Yes, we'll move on. And what we did to move on, Madam Speaker, this government came to the parliament and repealed the act. Repeal the act, Madam Speaker, because it was against the constitution of the country. And I don't see how that could have passed in Parliament because the ayes have it. And you come and talk about working together and good governance and when you know it was there, money meeting money, and $6.2 million of our money stayed in Trinidad and money meeting money during Workers' Party time. And Madam Speaker, we went further to negotiate the interest rates. And this Labour Party brought the interest rates down from 14% to 3.5%, Madam Speaker. We went to Trinidad, so that's how we moved on, members of the South. That's how we moved on. We took up the responsibility to fix Dominica. We spent from 2000 to 2006 fixing Dominica, Madam Speaker. Fixing Dominica. And we paid $25 million. Of course, we still mixing because the hurricane called the Workers' Party came to Dominica for 4.5 years. And that's the same policies and programs you want to bring back to Dominica, Madam Speaker. And they talk about jobs, and they quote figures, Madam Speaker. But the same countries they're quoting figures on has unemployment rate among young people at 40%. Among young people at 45%. The national population 25%. 30%, Madam Speaker, the same countries they're quoting. And they're saying things bad in Dominica. And the leader of the opposition spent 7 years working 1 day a week and could pay his mortgage, Madam Speaker. 1 day a week on a radio program, a country that's not doing good, and you could not work for a whole month. For 1 day a month, Madam Speaker, you work a week, and you get enough money to pay your mortgage, Madam Speaker. So when they talk about this, Madam Speaker, is that they have to understand that this government, and that's what the vast majority of Dominicans understand, that this government has had to rescue the country. And if we had come in and met a good solid platform the country will be much further than it is now, Madam Speaker. They come here, Madam Speaker, all sorts of, this picture of myself and the leader of the opposition that he likes so much and he has saved, Madam Speaker. He came to me, and he's telling me, good budget. Have some great ideas in there. And hear him this morning. Hear him this morning. Hear him this morning, Madam Speaker. Hear him this morning. That's right. That's right. That's what he said, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, they talk about agriculture, Madam Speaker. They talk about agriculture, Madam Speaker. We have been investing heavily in agriculture. Things like yams and so were seasonal, not because of new technology, new farming practices, support to farmers, Madam Speaker. They come in and criticize the revitalization of the banana industry. Every country in Reunion Islands have suffered from black sigatoka. Guadeloupe and Martinique, Madam Speaker, to the point where, because of the excessive use of pesticides, Madam Speaker, the environment in Martinique and Guadeloupe are highly polluted. Latin America was devastated with black sigatoka. And when these countries were affected by black sigatoka, Madam Speaker, it took them a very long time to recover. We did not sit on our hands, Madam Speaker. We immediately put our hands to the plow and started fighting black sigatoka to the point where we have it under management, Madam Speaker. And what we're seeking to do is to go to a replanting exercise. A replanting exercise, Madam Speaker, by the importation of new planting material, Madam Speaker. That's what we're doing. And the United States, for example, has challenges. You can have a PhD, Madam Speaker, in America. You have a PhD in America, and you can't find work. Right? But so why are you guys coming here in the house and making it look like the only place where challenges Dominica? Constructive criticism? That's what you call it? Misinformation, Madam Speaker? Misinformation? You come here in the house and you criticize the NEP. Now you're saying, why instead of 5, why not 15? You said the NEP was a political gimmick. A year and 7 months later, it is still in effect in Dominica. And what we're seeking to do, Madam Speaker, with the NEP is to graduate people out of it. And so we have people, Madam Speaker, under the agricultural program of the NEP. They were on it for 6-7 months. We expect by this time, dashing and so forth would be up for harvesting. So they have been weaned out of it. We have some people who are interested in setting their own businesses. Through the small business support unit, will provide them with financing to start the small businesses so they'll get out of the NEP. Under the road maintenance vote, the allocation of the road maintenance, those persons who are involved in the community enhancement program would, Madam Speaker, be paid for by those persons, Madam Speaker. So let's understand, Madam Speaker, that this idea that this country is in its darkest days, Madam Speaker, is malicious and unfounded, Madam Speaker. Of course there's much to be done, Madam Speaker. Of course, the more you do, there'll always be much to be done. But to stand there and say that this is criticism by saying that nothing has happened in Dominica, doom and gloom, criticize every single economic and social program,